Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Papergoy, and it's Thursday as I'm shooting this, and I went to an estate sale. I had mentioned it over on the live show. Definitely do check that out if you haven't already. 7:30 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday is always a lot of fun. That it was going to be a good estate sale if you were into toys. However, I don't deal in toys. I deal in paper items. About a 30-minute drive, and I said, you know something, I'm going to head on out there just because on the off chance they might have some paper. I put up a lot of whatnot auctions this week, and I've earned a little bit of time to go do things. And I went out there, and I'm going to have to say that I scored. There were a lot, and I mean a lot, of Disney items out there, paper items. I'm sure there were some good toys and good things there as well. Again, but I don't deal in those, so I don't really know about the toys. I did see people going away with piles of stuff, though, so that's usually a pretty good sign. But I did want to show you some of the items that I picked up while I was out there. First item that I did end up picking up out there, I did pay $10 for it. It's worth about $35 to $40. Walt Disney's Fantasia, but the reason why I ended up buying this was because it's got the Japanese writing on it. And anytime I'm able to find a Japanese program or foreign language program, my thought is it's probably not going to be that many of them for sale here in the States, number one. And number two, if a collector really wants this, does he want to buy it from somebody overseas where this is more common, or does he want to buy it from me where he doesn't have to worry about the shipping from overseas? I can ship this to somebody for about $5. Somebody overseas may take $20 to $25. So that gives me a competitive advantage on something or other like this. So they had it marked at $10, and I just had a feeling about it, and sure enough, it is a nice piece. Next item I picked up over here, which I've actually had before, so I knew it was good. And this is where knowing what's up for sale will help you. This Good Housekeeping magazine was right in a pile. I know that there's some Good Housekeeping stuff with Disney. I said, why is there going to be a random Good Housekeeping magazine, an entire box full of Disney stuff? It's got to have Disney. Sure enough, you look down here at the bottom, Walt Disney Snow White. About a $30 to $40 magazine. So remember this one over here. Remember that these over here do have Snow White in there. Paid $5 for it. It's about a $40 magazine, something rather like that. But that's also where knowing your surroundings as to what was around, the fact they were all Disney items and that was in the middle, will help you out and give you a little bit of guidance. This item was not Disney, but I have no idea at all why it was there. Rave magazine, which is a uncommon magazine to start with over here. They wanted $3 on it, which was a good price on it. And if you look there on the back, it's got the Who. So anytime I have an opportunity to buy a magazine like this for $3, it's going to be a $25, $30 magazine anyway. Not even sure exactly what is in there, but I knew that I could make money on that, certainly. Next item over here. You can just tell by the looks of this that this is an old brochure. I'm going to guess 1920s. I've not really looked at it for a date yet, but I'm going to guess 1920s. Adirondacks is always a very, very hot topic. People definitely do like the Adirondacks. A lot of people went up there, vacationed up there, and the like. Something rather like this from the 1920s. I paid $1 for it. I'm going to tell you something rather like this is going to be, it's got the map on the underside as well. Something like this is going to be a $25, $30, $40 item, something rather like that. So item like this for $1, never pass it up. The next item I picked up out there, I'd actually never seen before. Mickey Mouse Club Annual, and I've seen tons and tons of Disney stuff and tons of books. Never saw one of these before. They wanted, it was an unpriced book, so they wanted $4 on it. And I said, I've never seen one of these before, and you would think that these would be fairly common out there. Took a chance on it at $4. Sure enough, it's about a $30 to $40 book, which seems to be what a lot of the items that I picked up are right in that price range. But again, to spend $3-4. And the other nice thing about this, which I've mentioned any number of times in videos, I take these and I list all of these things over here with the Disney stuff. It will promote sales of other Disney stuff as well, because I'll be getting the traffic through, and other people are going to be, they're going to see my other Disney stuff and looking to buy that as well. This next item over here, I paid $5 for. Took a chance. People are selling this alone, which is from Quaker Oats, for about $8. So you say, Papergo, you didn't do too good. However, I didn't see anybody else's that was up for sale that actually still had the crayons with it. And so the fact that it has the crayons in it, I think makes this actually really a good piece, because I didn't see any others with the crayons. And that's one of those that you just take a chance on from time to time. This by itself is not a great item. So if you see the Black Beauty by itself with the advertisement on the back, it's an $8 item thereabouts. But again, just did not see the crayons on a quick search online. I'm going to ask quite a bit more just because of that alone. And that's one of those that if you kind of know how the things are distributed, obviously that would be a premium item. You can end up buying something rather like that and doing well. Up next, I did pay $5 on this. It turns out it's only worth about $15 to $20, which actually seems pretty low on it. But it is a mechanical. That's what you call that when the thing's moving back and forth. That would be a mechanical card, Valentine card with Snow White. I took a chance on it at $5. I'll make a couple of bucks on it. Disney stuff's always popular, but I thought it was a little rarer than it is with it being mechanical. But again, take a chance on stuff. The way that I end up buying stuff, I'm not going to lose money anyway, and it will sell. Next magazine. Again, I have no idea what this was doing in there. They did want $5 in it. I didn't see a date. It says May, but I didn't open it up to see what year it was. But I have never seen Self-Defense magazine before. Absolutely never seen this. From the looks of it, it looks to be 1920s or 1930s. Going to be a very good magazine. And again, we've always said, for as long as we've been in the hobby, if you see a magazine like this that you've never seen before, definitely pick it up. I wouldn't be surprised to find out this is a $40 to a $60 magazine, something rather like that. Not going to be an easy magazine whatsoever to find, given that I've never seen one before. Great boxing on the back as well. So, nice magazine right over there. Again, one that I've never seen before. Title that I haven't seen before. Always popular. I did pay $3 for it. Always popular. FAO Schwartz. Great catalog. People love the old toy catalogs. Now, this isn't going to be that old. It's going to be 90s or early 2000s, something or other like that. But FAO Schwartz over on Fifth Avenue was iconic, and people do really like the old catalogs from there. So if you're able to find them, pick them up for $3. This absolutely is a no-brainer. Again, going to be a $20 to $25 piece all day long, I would think. And the nice thing about pretty much everything that I've picked up so far is the sell-through is going to be pretty good on it as well. I don't generally worry about sell-through. But in these instances, I'm very happy that I think most of these items are going to sell somewhat quickly. This is one of those items that was just, I know my audience over on Whatnot. I paid $1. It's not the best shape by any means whatsoever. It's got heavier wear on it. But I do have a buyer over on Whatnot that will buy pretty much anything that he doesn't have from the World's Fair. And I know this comic book over here is worth more than $1 in nice shape. I start everything over at Whatnot at $3. At the very least, I'll make $1 or something like that after Whatnot. And maybe a couple of people who want it, maybe a couple of people to bid. Regardless if they don't, the fact that when I'm out sourcing, I'm finding things for my regulars, the regulars definitely appreciate that as well. They keep coming back. And sometimes a regular will come to an auction. The gentleman that buys the World's Fair might come to the auction and see another item that he didn't know that he absolutely needed and throw a bid on it or buy another item as well. So it kind of it helps out. Always help your regulars out and they'll treat you right. Never seen this book over here before. Walt Disney, Magician of the Movies. $3. Took a chance on it. Turns out this is kind of an uncommon book. It's about a $35 to $40 book per my research. And again, my research was just very quick research. But still, it's a good book, and it kind of ties into that. You would think that I would have seen a lot of these books out there, and I haven't. So that in and of itself tells me this is going to be an uncommon book. Another couple of items over here. I just definitely wanted to show you what is out there. Paperboy has told you all the time, civil defense stuff definitely sells. And this was $3. This will go for $15, $20, $25, something rather like that. And it's got the little envelope inside as well. Probably go for closer to 25 than anything else because it still has that inside as well. So anytime you see that symbol, if you can pick it up for $5 and under, do pick it up. Those items always sell. I got this for $3. Very happy with that as well. Another item I picked up over here. It's about a $20 item, something like that. $25, something like that. I did pay $5 on it, but it is a mechanical as well, another mechanical Valentine. It turns out there's a whole set of these, but I looked down there when I was buying it, and it's 1938 copyright, so it's going to be a fairly early item as well as far as Disney goes. Snow White, I think it came out in 37 if I remember right. So it's an early Snow White item as well. Again, not going to get rich, paid $5, going to sell it for $20, something other like that, but it's a nice little return on investment. Another item we picked up over there, keeping with the whole theme, Seven Dwarves. There were a whole bunch of different Snow White books, and I wish that the prices were a little bit better because I did have a lot of Disney books, and I'm sure I passed some good ones up. Maybe I'll go back tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. But overall, a nice book over here. Anytime you see books like this from back then, again, I paid $5 for it, $4, something like that. It's going to be a $25, $30, $40 book, somewhere in that ballpark on something like that. Fairly high grade as well. And the last item I got, not something I generally deal in. They wanted $10 for it. Actually surprised it's only worth about $50. But look at this. It's a full poster for Sammy the Seal, the Way Out Seal. Pick this up. Like I said, I said anytime you can get a movie poster from Disney for $10 from the 60s, 1962 as I remember, you absolutely got to jump all over it and buy it. So very, very happy with the purchase of something rather like this for $10. But goes to show, even though there was, I think, one piece of paper showing in the entire auction or the entire estate sale, ended up going and cleaned up pretty well with the stuff that I picked up. Well worth the half-hour drive there, half-hour drive back. And I did pick up a few other things. I hate to be that guy, but sometimes you got to be. If you like the things that I picked up over here and you've been thinking about subscribing to the membership, the premium side, probably you should do so because I'm going to give you a couple of other things that I bought when I'm over on the premium side with a little bit more of a deep dive into things. So good opportunity to jump in. And currently there's about 50 videos up there as well. So you'll definitely get your money's worth out there. Should you decide not to, I completely understand. But if you can hit the like button, that will help the channel as well. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next video.